Okay, so here we are live once again with another G.I. Joe classified unboxing, and this is from the Mad Marauders subline, and it is Lowlight, Spirit Iron Knife, and Niyol. Now, I looked up Niyol on the internet. I worked the Google on my internet machine, and it says that it is a Navajo word which means wind. So this is not Freedom, his usual pet, bald-headed eagle. This is a different uh, eagle or falcon or something like that. So that's interesting. That's interesting that they decided to give him a different animal companion this time. So, but maybe Spirit is a falconer and has several different bird companions. So let's go ahead and I'm going to cut the tape here. There's what that side of the box looks like. Here's this side of the box with a nice portrait of our heroes, Spirit, Iron Knife, and Lowlight. Now, there's still two more of the original Slaughter's Marauders figures. Excuse me. Two more of the original Slaughter's Marauders figures that can be included in the Mad Marauders subset. And we know that they're coming out with a figure of Footloose finally, so they can do a repaint of that. And also, Mutt and Junkyard would round out the team. I believe that's all of them. And honestly, it probably would have made more sense to have Spirit be in a 2-pack with Mutt, since those guys were best friends in the comics. So that would have been nice. I don't think Lowlight's really friends with anybody. He's more of a loner. Lowlight was an interesting character, but unfortunately didn't get used in the comics as much as I would have liked. You know, he did pop up very prominently in some stories, but like I don't think he had a single storyline focused around him. And he was a really cool character. He got more exposure on the cartoon, I think, in the third season. So I do have the other figures here to compare with the first Spirit figure that Hasbro put out in the classified line, and the first Lowlight figure that that Hasbro put out in the classified line. So we got both of those, so we can compare those with the original figures. Here's what the back looks like. It's the same training camp background as we saw on the Sergeant Slaughter figure. It looks like, to me, that Lowlight comes with some new accessories that did not come with the original Lowlight. So let's go ahead and open them up. Have a look at this. I think Spirit might have some additional accessories also. Or didn't I cut this already? I could have sworn I cut this all. Yeah, there we go. All right. So the original Slaughter's Marauders subset came out in the it was either late 1980s or early 1990s. I want to say it was like 1989. And it was basically Hasbro's attempt to go back and reissue some older molds, which not only gave the kids at the time a chance to get some of these characters again that had been off the shelves for a while, years. They'd been off the shelves. There's Niyol's wings, but also Hasbro could save a little bit of money with the reuse of older molds. So it looks to me like the backpack that there's two different backpacks here, and none of them are the backpacks that came with the original figures. And I think that Lowlight's backpack is supposed to be the one that came with Tunnel Rat. Let's go ahead and get those flashlights out. I think these goggles came with Tunnel Rat too. So he comes with a lot of accessories that originally came with Tunnel Rat, which I guess makes sense because a lot of those accessories have to do with like crawling around in dark tunnels. So you have things like flashlights and whatnot. And Lowlight being a night specialist, it makes sense that he would have things like that. So here is the backpack that's Tunnel Rat's backpack originally, but now it's Lowlight's backpack. So it's got these little flashlights in here, and you can see it's got a blue light in the front, which is very fitting for the blue coloring of the the Mad Marauders figures. Almost said Sergeant Slaughter Marauders, and that wasn't even the right name. It was just Slaughter's Marauders. But there's the backpack with the flashlights stuck in it, and of course you can take those flashlights out and put them in the character's hand if you want to. And this rather large sniper rifle with a strap attached to it. Now I don't recognize this one, but it could have easily come with a character that I haven't been able to get in this line yet. It could be reused from something like that. And you see it does have the blue coloring that again with the Slaughter Marauder theme. And this little thing opens up and you can take these out. So I guess it's some kind of ammo. Maybe grenades or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not like a gun expert, so there's a lot of this stuff I don't know. If anybody knows what that's supposed to be, let me know in the comments. But it's a pretty nasty looking rifle. I like it. And there was this knife. Comes with a little knife. There we go. And the goggles that I'd mentioned earlier. So he's got some like night vision, binocular type goggles. Set those aside. And then the more famous low light goggles. This time they have a blue lens rather than a red lens, since you know, again, that Marauder color scheme. And then I believe this demolition satchel that's supposed to go with low light. Set that aside. And Flash Gordon sitting up here on the arm of my couch. I accidentally knocked him over, so I'm gonna pick him up. And then I believe, oh yeah, there's this rangefinder device, this little cell phone looking thing. I believe that's a rangefinder. Set that aside. And then a low light himself. And it is the same mold as the original low light figure, only now he's in Slaughter's Marauders colors, which I think work pretty well. The blue's a little bright, I think, you know, but that's what we had back in the old days, so that's what we get now. He's a great figure with a lot of great detail. Of course, I've been over this figure before because when I opened the original one, so you guys can check out that video if you want to see me expound on that a little bit more. But let's go ahead. I'm going to put the knife in his sheath, so I don't want to lose any of these little accessories. And you see, while he was in storage, his leg bands got moved all around. He does not come with the little submachine gun thing, which is a shame because I actually really like that accessory. So, and also does not appear to come with the regular sniper rifle or rifle sheath or any of that stuff. So he does not come with all the accessories that the original low light came with, but he does come with some pretty cool accessories on his own. Like I said, a lot of these are reused from Tunnel Rat, and Tunnel Rat had a lot of really good accessories. And I think they work pretty well with low light also. So I don't mind that he doesn't have like the more traditional low light accessories, just because we already got those with the previous figure. And so if you got the previous figure, you already got them. It's not that big a deal. You can give them those accessories if you want to. Let them use those, but it's kind of nice to have some unique accessories for this version of low light. Well, unique for this version of low light rather than the original figures they would have come with. And like I said, I have no idea what figure this rifle would have come with originally, but I'm sure it's a reuse of something. But he looks pretty cool holding it. It is a pretty badass looking rifle. And we can have the other hand go to this the strap and hold that, so you can have something else to hold on to. It seems like it's molded at like a little bit of an angle so that you can more easily do that. Now, unfortunately, this strap, it is kind of like the way it's molded makes it kind of stick out a little bit. So it definitely looks like he's kind of turning real quick and it's getting slung up. But it's nice that it has a rifle strap. I like that. So we can put the satchel over his shoulder, which with Tunnel Rat was obviously supposed to be a demolition satchel, but you can pretend that he has whatever you want to have in there, so that's fine. So it would be nice if he came with the original accessories. I'll agree, but I do kind of feel like that it makes up for it by giving him some accessories that are just as useful. And there we go. There he is, all geared up. Well, except for the night vision. I'll go ahead and put those on real quick. So I'll take the regular goggles off of him. I always like to think that the goggles that came with the original low light were night vision goggles. And when you're a kid, you can just pretend whatever you want. So that works fine. But I do want to get a shot of him with these goggles on, even though I'm not going to leave them on him. I'm going to put those old school goggles back on him because I'm an old school kind of guy. So blue lenses to me don't make quite as much sense as the red lenses. I don't know why that is, but to me the red lenses always made a lot more sense than the blue lenses. But that having been said, I understand why the original figure went with blue, since that would have been one less paint application than having to give them those red ones. So let's set low light aside for now, and we'll get back to Spirit Iron Knife and Niyol. So I think I already showed you before. I didn't really say anything about it, though. He's got the extra wings so that we can give him a spread wingspan. I do think it's strange that they did not use Freedom, that they used a completely different animal companion. I don't remember if it might have been that the original Slaughter's Marauders Spirit didn't paint that bird to be a bald eagle, because he would have required some paint to do that. They might have just put him in the molded color, and maybe that was a little Easter egg towards that, so that Hasbro felt like they could kind of do an homage to that. It's still the same mold, it's just in different colors. So he's not a bald eagle anymore, he's just like a regular falcon or something like that. So let's go into some of his other accessories. So Spirit has this automatic pistol. I'll set that aside for now. And of course he's got two different knives, which makes sense for a guy named Iron Knife that he would have two different knives. He would be a knife guy. And one of them is a little bit more of a modern kind of what you think of a military knife as being. It's got a slightly curved handle, but we can see it's got that serrated edge to the back, and it looks very much like the kind of combat knife that we're used to seeing a lot of times. And then you got the my personal favorite is the more Native American style knife with the it looks like a little skull on the pommel of I was thinking it was like a bird's skull, which makes sense because he's often associated with birds, but looking at it, it looks almost like it might be more like a small rodent or something. So I'm gonna set that aside for now. And then he comes with a flashlight, which he reuses some accessories that came with Outback. So he's got Outback's big old flashlight, so we can set that aside. So I guess both him and Low Light are sneaking around at night, so that's why he had to make sure he had a flashlight. And in addition to that, he also has Outback's submachine gun with a removable magazine. So there we go. Set that aside for now. And Outback's rather large backpack with the two pegs on the side, and Outback's entrenching tool. And these are all really cool accessories, so I'm glad to have them. I know some people might prefer to have the more traditional type of Spirit accessories with that backpack and everything, but this is still a really cool backpack, and I never mind seeing it. So and then the submachine gun can peg on there as well. And if you don't feel like storing it that way, you can sling it across your shoulder with that strap. So that's pretty cool. We'll put that on him in a minute. I think I'm going to forego doing the articulation on these guys, since I've reviewed both these figures before. And you can go back and check out those if you want to see me talk about the articulation, because I'm pretty sure I would have talked about the articulation on both. Sometimes I forget, so I might not have, but it's standard G.I. Joe classified articulation. There's no surprises on any of these guys as far as that goes. And he does come with this rifle, which is the rifle that I believe did come with the original Spirit. Just now it's in a kind of an olive green color with a little bit of brown paint on there. So if you prefer that rifle, he still has it, so that's good. And then Spirit himself. And we can see that both of these guys have that that Marauders color scheme with a little bit of blue, a lot of brown, a lot of light green, a lot of dark green. They're both pretty cool looking figures. So let's go ahead and gear him up. So first I'm going to take that Native American style knife, and obviously it goes into this Native American style sheath with the, kind of buckskin, and it's got like a fringe to it. It's really cool looking. He's got a couple of grenades on there like the original figure had. He's got his Joe Pro device on there, which some people complain about, but I actually really like. Then this rather large automatic pistol will go in his holster. You might have noticed that this one didn't have any of his gear on there. This is the one I grabbed out of the box first. This was one I got marked down at Walmart to like $10 because somebody stolen some of the accessories out of his package. So that's why he doesn't have his pistol or his knife, because that one didn't come with one. I was thinking about using them for some kind of custom, but I haven't decided what to do with them yet. I've seen a lot of really cool Spirit customs online, so that gave me some inspiration. But also, I'm kind of thinking about the what was it called? Sky Commandos. That was my favorite figure of Spirit when I was a kid. I actually liked that one better than the original one. That's just me. So here he is with his sniper rifle. I think it's a sniper rifle. It's a cool looking rifle. I like it. It has kind of like an old school kind of feel to it, which I feel like is appropriate for this character. And then we got to put the other knife into the other sheath, and I dropped the flashlight. But you know what else? I don't think he has a place to store this flashlight either. This is like I said, it's the one that originally came with Outback, but he doesn't have the same strap around the leg to hold it like Outback had. So it doesn't seem to be any place to store it, unfortunately. So I'm just going to set it aside. And put the backpack on him. There we go. Bob's your uncle. So we got Spirit. We got Lowlight. We got Barbecue. And then we got the Sarge himself. So we got almost the complete team here. We're just missing a couple of members. I'm kind of speculating that when Hasbro does Footloose and Mutt, they'll probably be in a 2-pack the same way that they did Spirit and Lowlight. Because we've been seeing that a lot lately with those two, and with Tiger Force, we saw it with Roadblock and Tripwire. And I believe that rounded out the team with Tiger Force. I think that was all of them. But they still got those two left for Mad Marauders. So I'm guessing that'll probably be something where we'll see them as a 2-pack. But anyway, that's it for these two. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, all the fun YouTube stuff down below. I still got plenty of G.I. Joe to get to next week, because remember, I still have the Night Creeper. So he's going to be the next one. And then I got a couple other really cool things that popped up recently that I've been hunting at. And then we'll probably get back to doing some more DC Multiverse, because I know I got a lot of those to get to. So, and a lot of cool stuff. So I'm excited about that. So there's Daniel Evans again. Hello, how you doing today? Welcome. So unfortunately, the show's just about over. So you came in just at the tail end of it, but it's good to see you. So anyway, that's it for this episode. I'll be taking Sunday off as I usually do, and then I'll be back hopefully sometime on Monday and go ahead and get the Night Creeper taken care of. So all right, we'll see you next time. Bye.